What's up fam, Coach Cam. We are back again with another video, and in today's video we're going to be discussing how to shed fat, and we're going to be talking about my journey and what I'm doing right now to cut fat. I've currently cut about 5 pounds. I plan to cut another like 7-8 pounds maybe. So I'm currently 166 and I want to get down closer to like 158. See how I look then and make a decision what I want to do once I get down there. In this workout, this is the full workout except dips. So my camera did not record the weighted dips, but that happens once in a while and we will move on. So what I'm doing to cut is very simple. I'm not tracking calories, although you can do that and you should do that. I am simply eating less food. So I'm keeping my breakfast the same every day. I'm keeping my lunches relatively the same. And then dinners are different, but I will eat less dinner. And that's largely where I change my food intake, is at dinner time. Because I find that I used to do, and I usually like to just eat a big plate full for dinner, right? Who doesn't like a big dinner? You can just go to bed feeling rested and full and nourished and sleep well. Well, that ends up being the biggest meal of my day, so I cut that down. And I cut it down severely to like essentially half a plate. And then I weigh myself every single morning that I possibly can. I don't weigh myself in the morning when I'm at the fire station because there's not a scale unless I'm driving home that morning, then maybe. But as many numbers as I can write down, I will write them down in the morning, weigh myself every week, take an average. So you add them all up, divide by how many days that you wrote it down, and that's your weekly average. You want this to be trending down 1 to 3 pounds per week. And if it's not happening, you need to ask yourself why. Where could you eat less, right? It's kind of like a game. It's like a video game. You're playing a game with yourself of like, ooh, I bet I could eat less today. Ooh, I bet I could be more shredded tomorrow. I bet I could make that scale drop a little bit more tomorrow. And you just play this game for a while. You have an end number in mind or an end physique in mind, but you play the game with yourself. In the first few days it sucks because you're a little hungrier, but then after that your body settles in and understands that, hey, this is what we're doing, and you just go about your day as normal. So that's another thing I want to talk about. Should you add in walking, running, jump rope, swimming, all these other types of activities when you cut? Well, I suggest that you don't, or that you limit it, at least control it, right? If in your life you have almost no physical activity, no physical jobs, labor, tasks, and chores you have to do, then yeah, you might want to go for walks. You might want to add in treadmill, cycle machine, something just to have a movement that you are doing each day. Something that keeps your metabolism up, because what happens is when you are cutting calories, your body slows down a little bit. Your body decides, hey, I'm not going to fidget as much in my chair. I'm not going to sing loud when I'm driving alone with the windows down, because your body's trying to conserve some energy and some calories. So that's where it could be a good idea to have some activity that you do on a regular basis. I'm not saying every day, but maybe you go for a walk every other day, you go for a run once in a while. Whatever it is, it needs to be consistent and something that can keep your body, keep your metabolism at a stable point. So I'm not saying you need to ramp it up, but just keep it to where you are stable, right? For me, I have to go to work. I have to go be a firefighter. There's nothing I can do about that. I have to go clean pools on the other days that I'm doing my second job. I can't change those things, so I'm stuck already doing a lot of physical activity without having to add anything else in. So if you're like me, then maybe you're chilling, right? And maybe the days that you don't do as much, you just recover a little bit more. Maybe your scale doesn't go down a pound like you want it to, but maybe you feel a little bit better and you slept a little bit better. So there's a lot of ways to get some wins during the dieting phase, but you want to be consistent and do what works for you. That is huge. You want to be disciplined, but you want to be flexible, right? If it's a holiday and it's somebody's birthday and they're having birthday cake and watermelon or something, are you going to just not do it because you're cutting? You could do that, but if you can plan ahead, if that's going to be lunch, maybe you just eat no breakfast or less breakfast and less dinner. It's completely up to you. You can juggle these numbers and these calories and this amount of food to make it happen. And even if one day you overeat, it's really no big deal, because the next day is another chance for you to hit a new low or to hit the same number but feel good about yourself, whatever it is. So just figure out what works for you. Maybe what I'm saying sounds way too flexible and you need to be way more rigid with it. Maybe you need to count calories. Then do that. There's no shame. There's no arguing like calorie counting versus not calorie counting. No, they're all tools in the toolbox and you can use them to your advantage. For me, this is what's advantageous for me. My training, same way. I'm disciplined, but I'm flexible. I can work out today or I can skip and wait and do it tomorrow. If something comes up or I'm too tired, I'll just push it to the next day. It's still going to happen. I'm still going to get it done. I just want to shoot for progress. I'm not here to just get tired and make myself tired. And so I choose a flexible route with my training, but I'm still disciplined about it. And same thing with nutrition and with dieting. I choose a flexible route that I'm still disciplined with. So I take protein shakes in the morning, and maybe you don't like protein shakes. You think that's stupid. Well, then don't do it. Eat eggs and steak and bacon, and you can still eat carbs. You can have a bagel, granola bar. Just balance it out throughout looking at your entire day of nutrition. Yeah, if you had a day of just bagels, then that's not enough protein. But if you had a bagel for breakfast, maybe you need to eat more protein throughout the rest of the day. It's all up to you. And I'm just saying that you want to be flexible with your approach, but disciplined. And some people need more discipline to get their results, and other people are going to want more flexibility to get their results. So find where your middle ground is, what you need to do to lose weight. For me, it's being consistent over time while weighing myself every day, seeing what I weigh, and then aiming to drop that. And I haven't dropped it by that much. I've maybe only dropped a pound to a pound and a half a week. So far it's been a pretty slow cut. I have a lot of days where I'm tired, or maybe I just eat a little too much, but I'm making it work, and it's still a cut. I'm still dropping. I plan on dialing it in a little bit more now, but if you have a lot of chaos in your life, then maybe you need a flexible approach. If your life is really boring and straightforward, then you can be more disciplined, more rigid, and get results in more of a strict fashion. So hopefully this video you found helpful. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.